what do you think? I mean, so now let's take COVID out of the mix a little bit, because I'd like to just ask a couple questions on kind of your overall culture and what's gotten you to, I think, having a workforce that is comfortable coming back to an essential business that is in a manufacturing plant, right? Like, you guys have this amazing workforce. How have you been able to maintain and sustain, I think, your workforce that you have right now?
So, part of the answer is that is the way that my dad's grown the business. We're a 92-year-old family business, fourth generation. I think 2 out of 1,000 ever get to that point of staying in business, staying alive for 90 years and through those different generations. So that's got a lot to do with it. My dad's always been very engaged with the employees, and I think I've been raised that way. I've worked in every operation in the factory. My brother's worked in every operation, most departments in the company. So the family business has a lot to do with it, but it's way bigger than that. We've got a really good team of management that gets the vision, the values of the business. We've hired really well. We've got a lot of good people that really demonstrate the values, in some cases better than we do as the owners. And that's what keeps this culture that we have going. I mean, let's be real. We're making truck parts. It's not the sexiest industry in the world. There's not people lined up that say, I want to get in the truck part manufacturing business. But what I found is that we treat people the right way. We bring them in. We teach them how to make decisions. We value them. We respect them. And I know all companies say that, but half the companies that say that it's bullshit. We actually do it. We actually do treat people this way. When I walk on the factory floor at a lot of companies, when I take tours, people are head down. When I walk on the floor, I've got people giving me a high five. I got people asking, how's Alexander? How are Luke doing? They know my kids' names because I've had the kids out there working, and I've had the kids involved, and that kind of relates with a family business atmosphere. And boy, we've got so many people that have drank the Kool-Aid and that are engaged and inspired working here, that it really goes all the way from top to bottom. Management team that we have is awesome. I mean, they're fully on board. So it makes it easier for people to feel engaged when they're treated with respect, and they're asked, they're allowed to make decisions on the spot. And if they make a bad decision, they learn from it. People don't get fired here for making bad decisions. In a lot of cases, we've gone through and praised people for at least having the courage to make a decision. I'd rather have them do that than not.
I think that's one of the things that's really differentiated your guys' culture from so many others is what you just said. I think it's the opportunity of being able to fail, which creates innovation, right? And so for me, that's so important, because it's like, how many products do you guys have?
Probably between 8,500 and 9,000 that we make.
Right. So, I mean, if you just think about that, 8,500 products, that comes from innovation, that comes from empowering people to do what they know to do, that comes from failing. And so I think that's what speaks volumes about you guys is that, What else do you feel like from the innovation perspective? You mentioned it a little bit ago, looking at how you diversify and keep your culture engaged with diversifying and innovating for you and all of that.
So innovation's it's a challenging topic that we still haven't figured out all the way. We're really good at it, but I think we've got a lot of room to grow. Innovation comes from 2 things, in my opinion. Number one, having a relationship close enough with the customer that when something's bothering them, they go, we got to call the Phillips folks. I need someone to figure this out. So that's really key. So having those key relationships with the people who are really close to where the work happens, so they call us and give us something to solve. That's really critical. And then on the other side, it's what do we do with it? How do we have people lined up to get creative? People who know how a truck works, how a trailer works, how electrical systems work. We can't just hire someone off the street and say, go build this for us. You have to know how to apply it. So it's really a combination of having a creative workforce, hiring the right people that are creative and that know how to get things done quickly. as well as having the experience with what tools to use, what materials to build it with. I use a great example is our team at Phillips Connect Technologies. They've got such a great team where ideas come out. If I look at, if I hear a lot from our customers that we love working with Phillips Connect because first off, they understand it, they know how to apply it really fast, and we can turn stuff around really quickly. We've got people that are, we've got doctors in engineering working with us, and really brilliant people. But you combine that with having the actual practice, understanding how systems work, and it's a really good combination for fast development, for really good development. We can move so much quicker than a lot of our competitors who just have engineers who might not know how a trailer works or not know how electrical systems work.